Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Sega News Bits. I'm your host George and with me is Barry.
Hello.
And today we'll be talking about Bayonetta coming to PC, which was... Okay, on April 1st, they put out 8-bit Bayonetta on Steam, and then that led to a countdown which ended today, and we got Bayonetta on PC and it came out the same day. And it's going to cost $20, and Sega's calling this the definitive way to play the game. It's locked at 60 frames per second for gameplay, 30 frames per second for cutscenes, and resolutions up to 4K if your video card could take that. If you get it by April 25th, you get a Digital Deluxe Edition, which comes with a digital soundtrack sampler, digital art book, wallpapers, and avatar. And it's not that huge of a deal, I think, the extras, but it's cool that they're giving people something to buy day one. And it's only $20. I think that's a really good price. What is your opinion on this one, Barry?
I was not surprised by the fact that it was coming to PC. I mean, we kind of knew since April 1st that this is what it was leading to. I actually found it kind of funny that they had a counter, and it was so obvious, like that website, and it was saying, in how many days has it been since, so like in 11 days, something's going to happen. It's like, well, it's clearly the Bayonetta foot. It's going to be Bayonetta on PC.
And a lot of people online kept on telling me that like Nintendo sites were covering it in hopes that this is like the next Bayonetta game on Switch. And I'm like, why would you put it on PC? Why would you make a PC demo and then tease it like it's a PC thing and then just put it on Switch? It makes no sense.
Right. No, and I don't blame them for thinking that. I mean, you and I, we've been covering Sega stuff for years, and we've grown to figure out who's who's doing the teasing. It was obviously Sega Europe. What does Sega Europe do? They release stuff to PC, and it was just like the Typing of the Dead for PC.
Yeah.
Reveal where it was like they were teasing something and it was kind of a countdown, and then it just dropped and was released. There was no wait 2 months. So we know how Sega Europe kind of operates with these sorts of things. They did the same thing with Valkyria.
Yeah.
Chronicles. So I think it's a great deal. I think it's technically it sounds amazing. The digital edition's not that amazing. There's a physical art book that I have that I'm certain the digital one can't beat. And, wallpapers, avatars, those aren't that interesting. But it's still cool that they went to some effort here. I like that.
So one of the things that's kind of interesting about this is that if you look on the Steam site, it says the developer is Platinum Games. So I'm assuming they worked on the port, I'm hoping. But this is kind of like the first time that Sega's worked with Platinum Games since... the release of that one game, I forgot what it's called now. Anarchy Reigns. What was it called in the West?
Max Anarchy in Japan and Anarchy Reigns in the West. Yeah,
that's what it was. So it's been a while. Platinum Games has kind of shifted their focus and has been working with other publishers like Activision and Nintendo. Do you think that Sega's trying to mend the relationships with Platinum Games in hopes that they could continue making games forward?
I'd like to hope that, but I really just think that they wanted to release a definitive PC edition to make some money, and I think both Platinum and Sega Europe like making easy money, and so they teamed for this. I mean, it's good that they have a good enough relationship that Platinum will do the work and work with Sega. I think it has been confirmed that Platinum did do the port. Okay.
And also, my other thing was they need to have the PS4 version and an Xbox One version at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, Sega's listening and the port does well. I mean, there's 2 other consoles that they could be getting money out of.
Right, and, I mean, it's worth mentioning, Valkyria Chronicles was on PC first, and then about a year later we got the remaster. So, who knows? We could be seeing an Xbox One PS4 version. I'm starting to wonder, though, maybe they're waiting for some sort of contract with Nintendo to run out, or they're just waiting to buy it back from Nintendo. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Bayonetta 2 is such an awesome game that, I'm going to get hated for this, but I feel like it's a shame that it's kind of relegated to the Wii U.
I think a lot of games, at least the Switch port at this point, right? Because I feel like the Switch has this newfound excitement from their fans. So it'd be cool to have Bayonetta 2. I think it'd be a bigger audience. I think Nintendo did help Bayonetta get a bigger audience with Nintendo fans supporting the title. But I do feel like there should be a port or some sort of deal for at least a PC version of Bayonetta 2. And now they're in an awkward position where Bayonetta 2 is exclusive to Nintendo, yet Bayonetta 1 is everywhere else. So if they wanted to launch Bayonetta 3 without Nintendo, how is Sega going to do that by just labeling it 3 and making people say, forget number 2, it wasn't that important.
True, though, I mean, look at how convoluted Shenmue has become in terms of 1 and 2 being on Dreamcast, but 2's only in Japan and Europe, and then 3's going to be on PlayStation and PC. So it's not a consistent franchise there either. I think people will deal as long as they get to play it somewhere.
And what do you guys think about the PC version being released on Steam? $20, is that a good price? Are you going to buy it? And what other platforms do you want to see this game on? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed,
now I'm going to do my sexy